back to my YouTube channel. My name is Princess and this is my first video in 2021. You guys, I am excited! So in today's video, I would be spilling some hot teas on how I have been able to grow my natural hair in the last 3 years and some months. My hair will be 4 years in June 2021 and I have come a long way. Yes, I have come a long way and I deserve my accolades. 2020 was like the year that my hair grew more than the other years because I started taking some things really seriously, and I will be sharing those things in this video. So if you would like to know those 5 tips that have helped me come this far in my hair journey, then you should definitely sit back, grab your popcorn if you're yet to, and then let's go through this video together. And before we proceed, hit the thumbs up button, and if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe, because this video is about to be a blast and my incoming videos are gonna be a blast. Like, you're not even ready for me this year, you guys. You're not ready for me this year. Without further ado, let's get right into today's video. So this picture right here was my hair in June 2019. While this one right here was my hair in November 2020. And that brings me to my first tip for this video. Number 1 tip is protective styles. Protective styles. Now, what are protective styles? And a protective style is not meant to cause you pain. No, a protective style is not meant to cause you pain. So if you braid your hair and your scalp is paining, like your scalp, you feel pain in your scalp and all of that, that is not a protective style. If your protective style gives you a headache, that is not a protective style. Because trust me, if you like braid your hair or you twist your hair and your hair is like, your head starts aching badly, when you loosen that hairstyle, you're going to experience excessive shedding. Your shedding would not be normal, trust me. Trust me. Protective styles have helped me on my natural hair journey. And how has protective styles helped me on my natural hair journey? Well, my favorite protective styles are braids and twists, especially braids, to be honest. And when I do these hairstyles help me to keep my hands out of my hair. Like, I do not get to comb my hair. Basically, I do not get to manipulate my hair. But if my hair is left this way in a braid out, at night I would have to like twist it up, I would have to do this and do that. But when your hair is in a protective style, you don't get to manipulate your hair as much. You don't get to comb your hair every day. You don't get to brush your hair every day. You don't get to do any of those stressful stuffs you get. But then, a protective style is not an excuse for you to just leave your hair. Instead, when you put your hair in a protective style, that is the time you're meant to really care for your hair. Like, you do not stop moisturizing. And with a protective style, it's easier to moisturize your hair than when it's left out this way, right? So a protective style helps with that. It helps you to keep your hands out of your hair, and your hair is just in one place and it's growing. And another thing to consider when doing a protective style is the duration for carrying the protective style. I see some people braid their hair and carry for 2 weeks only. Why? Why? I don't see why you should braid your hair and then carry for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. That is like, to me, that's like a short period of time. If you want to do a protective style, as in the minimum I carry my protective styles for is 5 weeks. 5 weeks. I actually think 4 weeks is too small, so I shoot for 5 weeks at minimum, and the maximum is like 6 to 7 weeks. Though I'm trying to maintain a maximum of 6 weeks. But I don't see why you should just put your hair in twist and then after 2 weeks you're taking it out. No! Don't do that again, sis. Next time, if you put your hair in a protective style, carry for a long period of time. Trust me. If you've been carrying your protective styles for like just 2 weeks and 3 weeks, change it. Take it to like a minimum of 4 weeks and all of that. Though I wouldn't really shoot for 2 months of protective styling. Because you might experience a lot more shedding after taking out the protective style. Though I know like a natural hair content creator that carries her own protective style for like a maximum of 3 months. She does that. But then what works for this natural might not work for you. right? So you can give it a try. You can give it a try and see how it works well for you. And if your hair is cool with it, then fine. But then your minimum duration for carrying a protective style should be like 4 weeks. Yeah, you got that. So protective styling has helped me so far. You guys, literally, my hair is in a protective style like 99% of the time. I rarely leave my hair out because I don't like stressing myself. So you rarely just see my hair out. I don't like stress. I don't like stress. But if you want to wear your hair out, then okay. But a protective style is very helpful. Take my words for it. Moving on to the next tip. Tip number 2 is keeping a clean scalp and clean hair. I once came across something on the internet where people were talking about how dirty hair grows faster and all of that. I don't understand the theory behind all of that, but I don't see how your hair is supposed to thrive when your scalp is dirty. Like, how is like I don't even get that theory and I don't stand for it. So what has helped me so far is keeping a clean scalp and clean hair. Your hair will thrive better when your scalp is clean. If you're getting product buildup on your scalp and then you feel like that is going to aid the growth, you have to check that, sis, because that isn't like that isn't right. So you have to check that, and I don't know, but I don't see how your hair is supposed to thrive when your scalp is dirty and literally your scalp is itching you, and sometimes you itch and then you see some particles fall off your scalp and then you're like, my hair is growing. How yeah, so keep a clean scalp. Keep a clean scalp. Your hair will thrive better if your scalp is kept clean. I'm not saying you should wash your hair weekly. I do not wash my hair weekly. I'm even trying to shoot for washing my hair just once in a month, to be honest. But just keep a clean scalp, and if your scalp gets itchy or particles starts falling off, it's a sign that you need to wash. Please don't ignore and think that your hair is growing faster or something like that. And clean hair. When you keep applying products to your hair, like someone like me, I'm like really heavy-handed with my products. I don't spare my products. And I know that some of you watching this video are like me. Yeah, so people like us, we tend to get the most product buildup, right? So it's advisable to keep a clean hair, because when you keep applying products on your hair continuously and then you're heavy-handed and stuff, then the products keep building up, and with time, when you keep applying products, it will not penetrate your hair strands. So basically, the products is like applying products on dirty hair is a waste of time, because the product will not penetrate your hair strands, and then you might start to wonder why it looks like there's no effect of this product, and you might start thinking that the product is not working. No, the product is working. It's just that your hair is dirty, right? So try to keep a clean scalp and a clean hair, and your hair will thrive better, trust me. That brings me to my next tip. Tip number 3. Clarify your hair. Clarify your hair. What does it mean to clarify? And then sulfates, the sulfate that the natural hair community hates. Yeah, sulfates actually clarify the hair. So we are advised to not use sulfate because it can leave our hair dry and stuff. But then when you need to clarify your hair, a sulfate shampoo is like a hack. It's like a hack product. But when you want to clarify your hair and you can't get a clarifying shampoo, like a specific clarifying shampoo or a clay mask like bentonite, get like bentonite or rasu clay or apple cider vinegar, then you can actually get a shampoo that contains sulfates in it. And it's advised to clarify your hair at least once, or at most once in a month, so that your hair is not left dry and all of that. And especially for low porosity naturals, girl, low porosity naturals, you know how hard it is for products to penetrate our hair strands. I'm a low porosity natural, so we find it like it's like a hard time for our hair to receive those products and absorb it and stuff. And once more, I am heavy-handed in my products and stuff, so like my build-up will tend to be much more than some people's build-up and stuff. So a clarifying shampoo comes in handy once in a while to really take out all those extra products that have been sitting on my hair for too long. And clarifying your hair actually makes a big difference. Like when you clarify your hair, your products will get to work better. Some of you, I don't know if you've experienced this, that you're using products in your hair, but then it looks like the product has no effect on your hair. Like nothing is happening. Like you moisturize your hair, but then your hair just dries out within minutes, and your hair doesn't feel moisturized and stuff. So if you're like experiencing that, if you ever think that your product is not working well, then you might want to consider clarifying your hair. Trust me, it makes a huge difference. I clarified my hair this month already. I already had my first wash day for 2021, and I clarified my hair, and my hair felt so good. My hair felt really good. So it's advisable to clarify your hair at most once in a month, because it's going to make a huge difference. Don't do it don't constantly do it. Don't do it like twice. I think twice in a month is actually a lot. That is a lot, because that might leave your hair dry and stuff. So aim to clarify your hair at most once every month, and that will change a lot of things. And one more thing about clarifying is that after clarifying your hair, always follow up with a moisturizing deep conditioner. Always follow up with a moisturizing deep conditioner, so that the moisture that left like can come back. And so always follow up with a moisturizing deep conditioner after clarifying your hair, sis. Tip number 4 is moisture. Moisturized hair is less prone to breakage. I remember giving this kind of instance on one of my Instagram posts, right? And it was like, pasta. When pasta is like just freshly taken out of the pack, it's very easy to break because it's dry, right? But after boiling the pasta and then you make an attempt to just hold it like this and break, you can't even break it. You can't break pasta that has been boiled, except to use your spoon or your fork to cut it in half or something. But you can't use your fingers to just do like this, right? So that is how like natural hair reacts. Just imagine that scenario and then imagine your hair like that. So when your hair is dry, your hair tends to break more often than not. But with moisturized hair, your hair tends to break less. There is something called moisture overload. Moisture overload happens when you are excessively using moisture, as in your hair is taking in more moisture than it needs. So moisture overload happens, and symptoms of moisture overload could be limp hair. Your hair physically looks weak and limp, and then it feels that way, and then your hair is more fragile and tends to break off. Yeah, so moisture overload does that. The thing to do is to try to balance protein with moisture. So try to get in a reasonable amount of protein in your hair. Make sure you're using a protein deep conditioner. Follow Protein Naturals. I would not advise you to invest in a leave-in conditioner that contains protein, but of course be sure that you're deep conditioning your hair with a protein deep conditioner from time to time. You can aim to do it every 4 weeks. You can aim to use a protein treatment in your hair every 4 weeks, right? So that you're maintaining that moisture protein balance. And about moisture, one more thing about moisture is that I found out that some people actually use conditioners to pre-poo their hair, and they sometimes pre-poo overnight. And maybe this set of people might be washing their hair every week, and then they are pre-pooing with a rinse out conditioner every week. Man, that's not a good thing for your hair. That's not a good thing for your hair. Personally, I do not even support the idea of using something that is like water, or that has a form of water in it. I do not support using that to pre-poo your hair, especially overnight. Really, rinse out conditioner to pre-poo, or even using aloe vera to pre-poo, especially if it's overnight. I do not really stand with that. I had someone tell me that she was suffering, she just gave me symptoms of moisture overload. She mentioned a lot of symptoms of moisture overload, and then I asked her what she had been using to pre-poo, and she has been using aloe vera to pre-poo her hair. and other parts of our routine just seemed very okay. So I just knew that it was aloe vera that was causing it, because she was washing her hair twice in a month, and that was what she was using to prepare her hair every time she washed her hair, and she was always doing it overnight. And so with time, her hair sucked up much more moisture than it needed. So she started to experience that moisture overload and its symptoms and all of that. So we've been working on helping her maintain the balance. So sis, do not make the mistake of like doing using things that have a lot of moisture in them to prepare your hair and stuff. The result, the aftermath, the side effects might not show up immediately, but with time it will come, and you wouldn't like that. You really wouldn't like that. So just try to maintain a moisture and protein balance in your hair routine and get consistent with moisturizing. Moisture overload doesn't mean that you should not moisturize your hair anymore. Try to be consistent with moisturizing your hair. That is one of my resolutions for 2021, because last year I lagged a lot in moisturizing my hair. Like, I remember going a week without moisturizing my hair. Yes, I did that and I regretted that. So I wouldn't want you to go through that. Yeah, so take moisture seriously. I moisturize my hair currently. I do it every 3 days. I have been consistent so far. Like, I've been really consistent, you guys. All right, so let's go on to our last tip for this video. Tip number 5. My tip number 5 is to deep condition every time you shampoo your hair. So one major difference I made in my routine was to always deep condition after every time I shampoo my hair. In 2019, I can count how many times I deep conditioned my hair, and I think I did just once. In the whole of 2019, you guys, I deep conditioned my hair just once, and it was a DIY deep conditioner mixture that I used avocado pear honey and coconut oil. That was the only deep conditioner I used in 2019, you guys. But in 2020, I made it like a resolution to always follow up with a deep conditioner after shampooing my hair, and I think that actually made a huge difference. Whenever you shampoo your hair, always like make it a commitment to always deep condition your hair afterwards. Just briefly give you a rundown of my tips. First tip is to protective style, and make sure you carry the protective style for a reasonable amount of time. Then the second tip was to keep a clean scalp and clean hair. The third tip was to clarify your hair. The fourth, to be consistent with moisturizing your hair. And then the fifth tip was to deep condition after every shampoo session. If this video helped you in any way, like if you found my tips helpful, and if you are going to be consistent with these things, just let me know in the comment section down below. Like, I can't wait to read and reply your comments. And if you are yet to give this video a thumbs up, please do so. And if you're not already subscribed, sis, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Please hit the subscribe button and join the squad. Alright, you guys, see you in my next video. Bye for now.